everybody, John here from Keys to Fun with another micro lesson. Have you ever had a song that no matter how much you practiced it, you just never really could get it right? And a lot of it had to do with the fact that you think that you probably should be playing a little bit faster than at that point what you're able to do. I've had this happen to me a lot, so I'm sure it's probably happened to you as well. This week we're going to be focusing our attention on an easy play song, but a very difficult one called Harlem Nocturne. Now, if you're familiar with this song, you may be very familiar with the middle section where there is a run of eighth notes and some really difficult chords. And I've had experience with many students saying they know this song to be a little bit faster than what they're able to do, and they'd love to be able to hear it at a faster rate. They just can't yet play it at that rate. Well, this week we're going to show you how you can play it at a speed and then replay it back at a much faster speed to hopefully show you what it will sound like after a little bit more work. Let's go take a look. We're going to do this on a clavinova as well as a Lowrey. They are set up slightly different from one another. There's one more thing that you have to do on the Lowrey that you don't have to do on the clavinova. But this is a great feature to utilize your recorder. Let's go see. Okay, gang, so here's our scenario. Our scenario is you get a song or a section of a song which is really, really tricky. And you say, oh gosh, how am I ever going to get up to speed? You know, I feel like this song should be faster, but my goodness, I just cannot envision going any faster than I am. Well, we're going to notice this today. I don't know if you are an Easy Play subscriber. You have a lot of these books here. Well, one of the more difficult songs in the Easy Play catalog is the song Harlem Nocturne. Despite it having all of the letters inside of the notes and the chords in boxes, it's just a tricky song. And there are two particular sections that seem to give students more difficulty than any other. And one is on the second page, one is on the third. Unfortunately, I cannot show you the music because of copyright issues, but if you do have a bunch of Easy Play books, you would find this particular song in Easy Play book number 5. Okay, so if you're not familiar with Harlem Nocturne, I'll just play a little bit of the right hand for you, so it sounds like this. Okay, so, and then it repeats. There's a little bridge section there, and then we get to this really, really tough section. Just play the right hand for you for a second here, and the right hand is all eighth notes. That's one of the really tricky parts about this, and then to make it even trickier, we have some chords that we don't play very often. I'm going to run into an E-flat chord, a D-flat chord. They even give you the option of playing a seventh, okay? I'm just going to play that little section here, just so you can hear what the right hand sounds like. So it goes like this. Okay, and then it evens out here for a little bit until we get to the next page where it starts out very similar, but it goes down even further. So on the third page, you get one of these. Now up to here, we're pretty much the same as we were, but as I said, it goes down even further than that. So let me just start that little section again. So. Okay, now couple in the chords, and that is tricky. Now this jazz beat, this calls for a jazz swing or jazz, which leads me to believe they expect you to play a little bit faster than, I mean, I don't want to say 164. That's what the jazz rhythm style comes up at on this particular clavinova. But so maybe not that fast, but I'd say certainly, you know, 100 would probably be appropriate, even maybe 80 or so, but that's tough. I mean, 100, even 80 beats per minute with those sections is hard. So here's what I'm going to do. As I tell all of our students, practice it slow. Always practice it slow. One of the mantras that we have is the song will always sound better slow and correct than it will sound fast and wrong. So I've just brought my tempo down to 50. So I've almost cut it more than a half, almost even a half from there. So let's talk just about that little that little change that we had. Now listen to this beat. It's very, very slow, but that's the whole idea. Oh, here we go. 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, I am going to play that section with both hands at 50 beats per minute as accurately as I can, okay? So I'll go through it once just to get a little bit of comfort with it, and, you know, this is around what we should sound like here. Much more reasonable, but as you could probably hear, even at 50, that is tricky, okay? Taking my life into my own hands here, doing it with a video, because you're going to hear any mistakes I make. I don't really do much editing during these videos here while I'm playing. So anyhow, what can I do? I may only at this point be able to play around that speed. Let's say that you say 50, forget about that. I can play this at 40 or 30. I mean, this goes down, I mean, this instrument anyhow, goes down to 5 beats per minute. I think the Lowrys go down to about 20 or so, maybe 30. This goes down to 5, so I can get down pretty far, okay? I'm gonna put it at 50, and I'm gonna go ahead and record myself playing it at 50. Now I'm going to do this for a couple reasons. One, because I want to be able to hear myself play it so that I can kind of critique what I did. Sometimes it's difficult on the fly to notice little errors here and there. But the other thing is this, once I've recorded it, I can play it back at whatever speed I'd like. So even if I can't get any faster than, let's say, in this case, 50, I can listen to it anywhere. And I can really see what my finished product might be down the road. Maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow, but let's record this at 50. Hopefully I don't make any mistakes because, again, this is going to record not only all of my good notes, but all of my bad ones as well. So I'll try to do this to the best of my ability. I'm not going to tell you I'm not going to make a mistake. I'm not perfect. And so if I do, I'll just simply stop the recording and I'll retry it and try to make less mistakes that time. But I'm going to try to make this, again, as accurate as I can. And after that, we're going to play it back. We're going to play it back at a faster speed. And we'll see maybe what our finished product might be down the road. Okay, so here we go. We're going to start with an F. I'm just playing this little section, not the whole song now. I could play the whole song, but, you know, for time's sake, I won't. Here we go. recorded at 50, played back wherever I'd like. This is the beauty of this. So I played back. I can bring my tempo up here. 100 beats per minute. Here we are at 100 beats per minute. Maybe faster than I can go, maybe faster than you can go, but this is what it sounds like. I could bring it up to 164, which is what the jazz club rhythm comes up at naturally. Now, I don't know that I played this song that fast, quite honestly. But the point is that I can listen to it. I can hear what it would sound like at that speed. Now let's go take a listen to see how we could do that on a Lowrey. Very similar except for one extra step, and we'll take a look and show you what that step is in just a moment. Okay, so here's a very similar setup on here on a Lowrey Journey, and I chose this specifically because it does not have a thumb drive, so I don't want you to think that this is something that a thumb drive is necessary for. I have a beat here called Jazz Club. Now it doesn't come up quite as fast as the Jazz did on the Clavinova there, but it does come up at 108, which again is very, very fast for a song like this, particularly if you're not incredibly comfortable with it. So what we would do again is we would focus our attention on that section that we focused our attention on the Clavinova as well, starting by bringing our tempo way down. So I'm going to do the same thing I did at 50 beats per minute. And I'm going to reach over and hit my recorder, and provided I have some space in my recorder, which I do, my metronome is ticking at 50 beats per minute. And then it's just a matter, as it was before, to try to play this as accurately as I'm able to. Okay, so we're just going to do those two little sections there and see how quickly we can get through. But most importantly, as accurately as we can get through. So we're at 50 here, which is pretty slow in comparison to the way that someone may play this once they're done practicing it. But this is figure first couple times through, you're going to do it as slow as you can. Okay, so here we go right at the beginning here. F is a pickup note, and then we're going to go through that same progression. Okay, made a mistake there. Not a huge deal. You just simply erase what you did. Maybe you worked through it a couple times just with one hand. Okay, again. The more comfortable you are with it, the better off your recording is going to be. We'll give it a try again. with the Lowrey, one distinction with the Lowrey is that the tempo will always revert back to the tempo it was recorded at until you take one extra step. You do not have to do this on the Yamaha, but on the Lowrey you do. You have to bring your tempo up, and then you have to lock it in. Now you can lock it in a variety of different ways, I guess, depending upon the Lowrey you have. Some have a button that says tempo lock. This particular instrument, I just tap both tempo buttons at the same time. I don't know if you can see the screen from your vantage point, but there's a star on each side of the tempo number now. And despite me recording it slower, I can play it back faster. Well, I sure hoped you liked our lesson today. I'm a big jazz fan, so a song like Harlem Nocturne is right up my alley, but it's a very difficult song to play, as you could just see. As I said, it's in Easy Play book number 5 by Hal Leonard. So if you are searching for that in one of your music stores, just make sure you look for book number 5. I think it's got a blue cover on it these days, and Harlem Nocturne should be right in there. Keys to Fun is a Yamaha Clavinova as well as Lowrey dealer, and we are equipped to answer any questions on those instruments, but we are also more than happy to just answer general music questions. We give both private lessons as well as group classes, and we'd be happy to start you out in either one. Many variety of ways you can reach out to us. You can come to our studio, which is at 1665 Hartford Avenue, located in Johnston, Rhode Island. You can visit our website, which is keystofunmusic.com. There you can subscribe to get these emails sent directly to you every time that we do a little micro lesson, as this one was. You'll get it right in your inbox, but you can also chat directly with me on that site. So if you have general questions about instruments or music, I'd love to be able to chat with you there. You can also visit our Facebook page. Type in Keys to Fun Music and Lesson Center in the search bar, and we should come right up. I thank you very much for joining us this week. Look forward to seeing you soon.